This village in Kampong Thom, Cambodia, is home to 6,000 people. Life here is hard.
And I met a lady there. She had to walk 6 kilometers to get water from her only source, which was called the San River. When I first saw the water, I was really shocked. It was absolutely filthy. And she used that water for cooking and for drinking. And as a result, diseases like diarrhea were often common amongst her family and in the village.
As part of her company's corporate social responsibility efforts, Victoria and her team introduced first world technology into this third world village to help make life a little better.
It's a small sachet which can literally purify contaminated water in a matter of 30 minutes. The product is manufactured in a state-of-the-art facility in Singapore, and we use this product for cleaning water in many of the developing countries around the world. It was a real eye-opener for me, and suddenly, drinking a simple glass of clean water takes on a whole new meaning.
The water purification formula is able to turn 10 liters of dirty water into clean, drinkable water. The aim is to save a life every hour, which means that by 2020, it has to deliver 2 billion liters of drinking water every year. The company behind it all is Procter & Gamble, and it has been innovating for consumers for the last 175 years. Procter & Gamble, or P&G as it is commonly known, is an American multinational company specializing in beauty and care products for babies and adults, health and grooming, as well as home care products. It has operations in 70 countries and dozens of big brand names under its massive umbrella. Its products that are sold in more than 180 countries and used by an estimated 4.8 million people. It has 25 brands which generate $1 billion in sales annually. And in the fiscal year 2012 to 2013, its net sales earnings hit $84.2 billion. That the company is successful is evident. This year, it was named the best overall company for leadership development in Chief Executive Magazine's list of 40 best companies for leaders. This is the third time it has made the list in the 8 years the accolade has been around. Last year, P&G ranked third on Fortune's Global Top Companies for Leaders and second in Hay Group's Global Top 20 Best Companies for Leadership. What has powered this centennial success for generations, though, is a very simple vision.
Our purpose is to improve the lives of consumers. A lot of companies are spending time with the consumers. But what we are really good at is not just talking, understanding, but really capturing the insight of the consumer.
Every year, P&G interacts with millions of consumers in nearly 100 countries, conducting thousands of research studies to understand their needs and create products to cater to them. Its research spending alone is $2 billion a year. It also hires people like Scott Anthony to help improve its innovation capabilities. Anthony is the managing partner of global strategy and innovation consulting firm InnoSight, a published author and international speaker specializing in innovation.
If you look back at P&G's innovation history, first, you see a company that has always been deeply committed to innovation, pioneering category after category, things like laundry detergent and things like fluoride-based toothpaste and on and on and on. So always thinking of new categories they can create, new products they can create. But P&G looks at innovation more broadly. It's not just new products, it's not just incremental improvements, but in many cases, it's new ways to manage. The very idea of modern brand management, the notion that a company would compete with itself and create different brands in a single category, these are management innovations that P&G introduced.
That kind of innovative spirit has won it a large segment of the consumer pie. Across the world, they chose 22 P&G products as Product of the Year awards for 2011. P&G's focus on innovation also earned it a place among the top 10 world's most innovative companies in 2012, the second time it has made the list compiled by Booz & Company's Global Innovation 1000 study, which has tracked 1,000 public companies for the past 7 years. But for a company with big successes, P&G started relatively small. In the 1830s, candle maker William Procter and fellow soap and candle maker James Gamble were married to a pair of sisters. Each had their own shop. Their father-in-law convinced them to go into a partnership. So, in 1837, they started the Procter & Gamble Company. The modest family business in Cincinnati, Ohio, sold soaps and candles and only had assets amounting to a little over $7,000. From the onset, the company was ahead of its time. It was among the first in American industry to invest in a research laboratory, and through it was able to develop a product that had the most seemingly simple needs of its consumers in mind.
Our very first brand was a brand called Ivory, and it's a soap. It's a normal soap. But the unique thing of that soap is it floats. It floats on water. Now you'll ask me, so what's unique about that? Because, I mean, a soap floating in water in today's world is totally irrelevant. But back then, there were no showers. There were just bathtubs. And you can imagine when a soap sinks at the bottom of a bathtub when you're in the middle of a bath. That's not a great experience. So even at that stage, trying to understand the consumer's needs in the context of the consumer then allowed us to create an innovation like Ivory Soap, our very first one in a line of many.
By 1890, P&G had developed more than 30 different types of soap, with more new products to follow. Like the first toothpaste to contain fluoride that is recognized by the American Dental Association to be effective for preventing tooth decay, and a shampoo combined with a conditioner in a single formula. The Centennial also broadened innovation to include not just innovative products, but also innovative advertising, giving it greater visibility and sharpening the company's competitive edge.
Yes, any soap.
You get the cleanest wash in town with T-I-D-E, Tide.
P&G was one of the first to sponsor a serialized drama, giving rise to the term soap opera. As the World Turns had 10,000 episodes that ran for nearly 60 years. After the break, from the top to the bottom, the story behind P&G's innovations that aim to make life better and easier for its consumers. One of P&G's most famous products began in the 1950s with frustration over messy, ill-fitting cloth diapers. One man who had to struggle with them with his grandchild was Vic Mills, a P&G researcher who worked with the company from 1926 to 1961, and a man with some 25 patents to his name. He decided to invent disposable diapers.
He epitomized the same DNA of consumer insight-led innovation. So Vic Mills went off as a granddad and realized that, well, he's experiencing that and so are millions and millions of consumers around the world. He created this disposable diaper in Pampers.
Innovating with the consumer in mind, Pampers was granted its first patent in the US by 1964. Today, the brand is used by 25 million babies in more than 100 countries. What makes it a leader in the industry are the innovations that have been serving its consumers.
Everything that we've done on the Pampers brand has been with a single purpose in mind, which is to get babies to sleep better at night. And we know that that helps in babies' development and growth.
Acquiring knowledge of consumer needs doesn't happen in a vacuum. Market research is key. That's why when P&G wanted to make a low-cost razor for the 500 million men in India, the Centennial sent a team to live with these men. What they learned helped them to create Gillette Guard, a model with a hole so it can hang on a nail where bathroom space is limited. Wider spaces between the blades to accommodate the more hirsute Indian men, and better maneuverability to reduce painful nicks and cuts. To meet its consumers' needs, the Centennial also keeps pace with scientific advancements. Leveraging this discovery, P&G developed SK-II. The brand has gone on to become a leading skincare brand in Asia and is sold in 13 markets around the world.
As a teenager, I was really fascinated with the whole Pitera story. And as I grew up and started using the product, every time I see the signature SK2 red, there's a certain sense of familiarity with the brand and confidence that it's going to deliver.
Of course, with a business built on meeting consumer needs, one of the challenges this centennial faces is keeping up with those needs. P&G's solution has been to use innovation to further innovate.
50 years ago, consumers only wanted products that could moisturize. Today, they want products that can deliver dramatic results in terms of reducing the look of fine lines and wrinkles as well as dark spots instantly. One of P&G's strongest skin research capabilities is in the area of facial imaging. And you see some of this equipment over here. This technology enables us to closely measure facial skin features and also track before and after improvements from using our products. And using this technology, we're actually able to design our products to more effectively target the key areas of concern on a woman's face.
The Centennial even uses advanced technology that allows them to discern customers' preferences, even when they're not explicitly expressed.
We can track all these eye movements by using this equipment. And then we can also show a heat map. This is the color stands for the time of the sight, how long this subject looking into that particular part. The red part, she spent long time to look into, so we can understand which part is more important for her in terms of her skin appearances.
P&G also has global innovation centers in 5 continents to look into innovations to meet different market needs. As one of its regional headquarters, the Singapore office employs some 2,000 people from 44 nations and will have an R&D center later this year. The Singapore Innovation Center is strategically located in the Biopolis to foster a deeper collaborative relationship between the Centennial and the Agency for Science and Technology Research, or A*STAR, the government's leading agency dedicated to scientific research. The new multi-million-dollar research facility will join P&G's other Asian facilities in Kobe and Beijing.
There's many great reasons why we've chosen Singapore for our new innovation center. One of the reasons is Singapore's focus on making itself into a home for innovation. So everything from infrastructure to its policy of fostering close collaboration between public and private interests, on to just its overall focus on being a home for great new products. Singapore itself has a deep pool of scientific and engineering expertise, and is also located within a 6-hour plane flight of 2/3 of the world's population. So what we'll be able to do is to really understand the Asian mindset and turn those into innovative new products that we can actually share across the world.
Another way the Centennial has been able to maintain its culture of innovation has been to work actively with partners outside of the company to bring in fresh ideas. It calls this initiative Connect and Develop. This program has opened doors for the Centennial to develop several new products, among them a revolutionary skincare cream.
The technology behind this range came out of research into wound healing that was being conducted by a small French group called Sederma that was looking at the processes behind skin wound healing. And they identified an important molecule for wound healing that we could formulate into the Olay Regenerist product. And this enables Olay Regenerist to actually reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles.
Now, more than half of all product innovations from the Centennial include at least one major component from an external partner. When we come back, how this led to these. Regina Yeoh has been working with P&G in Singapore for nearly 30 years. Like many of the Centennial's loyal employees, she has remained steadfast because work has become so much like home.
During the 2004 tsunami, when our country manager for Thailand was swept away, and that was the time when we all rallied around her family, helped support them, and a lot of us flew to Thailand to try and look for her because the tsunami was so disastrous. So we had memorial for her. Of course we collected money. We donated the money to the family. And so that was a moment when I felt that P&G is such a compassionate company, that we all love each other so much.
Globally, P&G hires some 120,000 people, comprising 150 nationalities. This diversity is part of a deliberate business strategy to achieve its mission.
It's really all the different thoughts and ideas that come when you put a diverse group of people together. And I think when different ideas collide, that's when we get innovation.
P&G's diversity and inclusion policy welcomes individuals of different backgrounds, cultures, ethnicity, gender, working and thinking styles. More than 4 in 10 of its new hires at management level in the last 5 years are women. Women also make it big in P&G. 43% of its managers are women, and nearly 1 in 3 of its presidents is a woman. Its cutting-edge human resource policies have also helped this old company create a work culture that resonates with a new generation of workers, the vibrant Gen Y. At P&G, instead of designated seats, employees are given designated areas to work in to encourage everyone in the team to sit together, regardless of designation, and to foster interaction. Even its focus on mentoring has an innovative twist. One aspect of the Centennial's mentorship program, dubbed reverse mentoring, is based on skills rather than position.
I identified this young brand manager in my team who was clearly at the front end of everything digital, and requested him to what we call reverse mentor me. And so for 3 months, every week we would meet for an hour, and he would teach me about the digital world. Some senior managers get sort of a mentor from a different nationality, if they have a lot of people from that nationality and they want to learn about that. Some people will get a different gender, to understand, okay, what are the issues, let's say a woman, women managers are facing.
And in the tradition of its founders, who were well ahead of their time in their HR policies, P&G employees are all long-term investors of the company.
Procter & Gamble is the first in creating the profit-sharing concept, where we innovated from a normal salary-based system to co-owning the company through shares and profit sharing and stock options.
Then that makes you want to work hard for the company, so that when the stock prices go up, you also benefit from it. Yeah, because so they make you a part of it. Like you are being a partner of the company. Yeah.
Even in caring for society, innovation comes into play. The Centennial launched a 1 pack equals 1 vaccine program with its Pampers diapers in 2006 in partnership with UNICEF. For every pack of diapers bought, P&G donates 1 dose of vaccine to help eliminate maternal and neonatal tetanus. The deadly disease kills 1 newborn every 9 minutes. P&G has raised enough for 300 million vaccines. And while many looked to sponsoring sporting events, P&G did that, but went further.
Tonight is when we open the family home.
As we talked to and understood success stories of Olympians, one thing came out very clearly. It came through a lot of hard work, a lot of perseverance, a lot of passion of the Olympian themselves. But it also came from a lot of sacrifice, a lot of commitment, a lot of passion from their mothers and their fathers.
Armed with this insight, the Centennial started its Thank You Mom campaign in celebration of the Vancouver 2010 Winter Olympic Games. At the 2012 Summer Olympic Games in London, in addition to supporting the local youth sports programs in developing nations, it expanded its Thank You Mom campaign. People were encouraged to honor their moms, and the Centennial helped Olympian moms attend the games, which were often too costly for them. Olympian families were also given access to a family home where they and the athletes could meet to celebrate the games.
We are offering all of the moms here tonight, along with a guest, a ticket to attend the opening ceremonies of the London 2012 Olympic Games.
Moms broke out crying in happiness, and it was one of the most joyful moments of my career.
For 175 years, P&G has been innovating for its consumers. But the road ahead is not without challenges.
Markets are getting more competitive. For P&G to continue to grow, it's going to have to continue to go down the economic pyramid and find ways to win in lower income countries and with lower income consumers.
We have to really continue to understand the needs of the consumer. And if they change their needs and wants, we have to quickly capture that.
That you are part of a group that that just doesn't sell stuff, but also wants to make a difference. So that's my hope, that when we do our 200 years and 300 years, it's still about people who believe in that.